Hey guys, it's Vicky. Today's video is going to be all about online interviews because today I received invitation not for one but for two different schools for some online interviews, and they will both be happening over Zoom next Tuesday and next Thursday. So I thought I'd take you with me to do all the prep and then just give you my thoughts and everything like that. I've already gone over the curriculum and everything for the year groups that I'm interested in teaching, which is for Key Stage 2. So it's the weekend before my interview, so I'm just doing a bit of prep work. I thought I'd show you how I actually prep. So I'm going to show you what I did for the school that I didn't get a job at, that I had an interview for a couple of weeks ago. So this is how I do it. So I put the school name in the middle of the sheet, and then I look at the website and I look at their job description, their policies, as many different sources as I possibly can, and I put together as much information as I can in different categories. So I have their ethos, and then I just bullet point their ethos, any key phrases, key words, and notes about their pastoral care, their behaviour policy, safeguarding. I have an other section which normally just has bits about the school day, or if they have any houses, or sometimes for this school they had a whole section on COVID-19 and their virtual teaching, so I made some notes on that. And just, you can hear my dog, but yeah, just a load of stuff that I can find, just that I feel could be helpful, or I could drop in somewhere that would make them realise that I've done my research. So I've done that for both schools that I have interviews with this week. I also make sure that I check out their social media, because that's really up to date. So yeah, that can be really helpful, just to mention some stuff that's come up there. And then in this book I have interview questions. So because for my last interview I did so much prep, and I covered all of the interview questions that come up and all of my answers, I don't have too much to do right now. I know the answers to all the generic questions, and then I just have to tailor them to each school and including their keywords and their ethos. So I have all of the general questions. I'll put a link up here to the last video that I did, or a couple of videos ago, where I put all of the interview questions that I was asked in my last interview. So they're all the ones that I've prepped for, but if any extra ones come up, then I'll put them in the end of this video. And what I've done is I've taken a double page and I've written out some notes for each question that would come up, just the key points. So because it's online, obviously I have somewhat an advantage, I feel, there. Everyone has online interviews this year, but you could put things around the screen so that you can see them, little post-it notes or whatever, so that you could still be looking at the camera, but make sure you're hitting all of the points that you want to hit. But also I want to be really natural and genuine, so I'm not sure that's totally for me. But I'm glad that I've gone through them all, and I will have this open on the desk just in case I freeze or I just feel like I really need it. And I'll definitely have my sheet about the school on the desk as well. So I'm just going to spend today going over the ethos of the school I had the interview for on Tuesday, and go over all my interview questions and do all of that. And then I'll probably do some more tomorrow night, because it's on Tuesday morning. Fun fact, I just sat down to film this segment and fell off my chair. Hey guys, so it's the night before my first online interview. I've spent the evening just going over my page of school research, and going over their aims and their ethos, and just all of their keywords on their website and their specifics, just so I have that fresh in my mind. I've also read through my job application, my personal statement and things that I sent to them, and the application pack that they sent to me, just so I'm clear on everything that they're looking for in a teacher. I've also gone through all of my interview question answers, and just the generic ones. So yeah, I'm just sure that I've got all of that stuff in the front of my mind, so I'm kind of ready for tomorrow. And then I just like watch some TV and chilled, because I think there comes a point where there's nothing else you can do, so just gotta relax. In the morning I will probably get up and go over my notes and stuff, so yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Bye guys. So outfit, I mean obviously they're only going to see the top half of me, so I decided to go for a collared shirt because I want them to know that like I dress smartly. So yeah, this is what we've gone for. Just an Asda shirt, I really like the puffy sleeves, and just some black trousers. Okay, so final prep time. I'm just going to go through my notes from the school again, all of my like general answer questions, and I think I'll have a quick look through their social media as well, just in case there's anything up there recently. Probably read from application once more, and then it'll be time. So I'm gonna get on with all that. Okay, so I've checked my background and everything. This is just like the screen before you join. I've got like 3 minutes, so one final look over my notes and I'm ready. Wish me luck. Well, that was a really quick interview. When we started, he was like, okay, we've only got 20 minutes, so let's dive in. And you know, and you're like, oh wow, I'm really sweating, because you know when you get nervous and you sweat. Anyway, yeah, it was a good interview. He didn't ask me as many of the like general questions that I was really expecting. He asked me about what I understood the school to be about, its ethos and its aim. So all the research that I did really came in handy, definitely. He asked me about, there was a lot of focus on the teaching standards actually, and what teaching standards I felt were the most important at the moment and what I was working on. We spoke a lot about differentiation. He also asked me to, at the start, give a rundown of me. So I started with my degree in geography and then went from there about how I decided to go into teaching, and that how I now know this is the career for me and that I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously there was a safeguarding question. He asked me a lot about things in my application, which was nice. Like, they've obviously spent time reading that, about my teaching sports previously and what sports I'd be happy to teach in the future. And yeah, what I'd really be looking to get out of the school. I can't believe that's over so quickly. With this school, if they liked me, then I will get an invitation to go to the school and teach a lesson. So the process is not over for this school, and I really like it. So I hope I hear from them, but just have to wait and see. Okay, I'm off to school now. It's, you know, a Tuesday, so I'm on placement. So I'll catch up with you later. Hey guys, it's a little later in the evening, but I thought I'd quickly mention a few of the interview questions that came up today. So this isn't like a full list of interview questions, but just a couple of them that came up that I didn't mention in my NQT video vlog. So if you want like a full list of interview questions you should prep for, then go and check that out. Near the end there's like all of the interview questions I was asked throughout my entire interview day. And that's a pretty big list, but here are a couple from today that are different to those and that came up. So right at the start they asked me to do a quick rundown of me, which was an interesting one. I just went for everything teaching. Well, I started with my degree, and then went on to where I worked in school for a year, and then on to my PGCE. What 3 teaching standards do I believe are the most important? This one really caught me off guard a bit. Obviously I know the teaching standards, but I'm not sure I know them off by heart. So it caught me off guard a little bit, but definitely something that I'll now have in mind for future interviews. They asked me, what do I understand about the school? So I spoke about their ethos and their aims. This just goes to support the point that researching your school is really important. And I had that little research page that I do in front of me. So that was really helpful when it came to that. He was really happy with that answer as well. He said, oh, that's like a really good rundown of the entire school, and you've obviously done your research. Yes, I have. Obviously I didn't say that, but yeah, I had. They asked me to list the subjects in order of the ones that I like to teach. That was an interesting approach by the time that I'd actually got through some of them, because I wanted to mention like geography because it was my degree, and then music because I'm a music specialist, and then I've really been enjoying teaching maths recently, and then I was like, oh, I haven't mentioned science, and there was just too many. I mentioned sport as well because I taught sport, and then there were just too many subjects to mention, and I actually really enjoy teaching all of them. But anyway, they asked me what year group, so I like to put the year groups in order of what I would like to teach and to give a reason for that. Asked me about how I differentiate in lessons. That came up in the last interview actually. Extracurricular things that I would like to participate in and clubs that I would run. A general safeguarding question always comes up. Know the safeguarding policy, really important. And then at the end they were just like, is there anything you'd like to add in support of your application? Tomorrow I'm going to continue prepping for my interview on Thursday, and yeah, I'll talk to you closer to the time of that one. Hey guys, night before my second online interview. So tomorrow's a bit different. I'm teaching in the morning on placement, and I'm actually going to do my interview at my placement school. So they've got like a little PPA room at the end of the corridor. I'm going to take my laptop and do it in there, because just in the current situation with COVID, I don't want to miss an afternoon of placement. I don't want to miss any of placement. So I'm just going to mention it at the start and say, just to let you know, like, I'm at school, and if you hear any noises or anything, then that's probably the kids. But explain that, you know, I'm teaching at the moment and I'm really enjoying it, and I don't want to give up any of my placement, and I think they'll totally understand. So yeah, the night before I'm just going over the research that I've done. I'm also going over the answers to the questions that I didn't know answers for that I had in the interview the other day. So yeah, just lots of prep tonight. I'll probably read over my application form. Hey guys, yes, I am currently laying in the bathroom at this break time. You can hear the kids screaming. I spent the start of break doing some like interview prep. I'm going to spend lunch doing some more, and like setting up everything ready for my interview, because it's in a room down the corridor. Well, my interview's fallen on World Book Day, so that's an interesting one, because right now I'm dressed in a jumper and pajama bottoms and Uggs, so not really interview appropriate. I brought a shirt with me, and I'm gonna put that on before my interview. So yeah, I'll catch up with you at lunchtime. Okay, so I've set myself up in the little PPA room at the end of the corridor, and got my laptop and my notes and everything. So I've got like half an hour. I'm just gonna go through some answers and read over my application. Okay, so I'm all changed into my shirt on top, and my pajama bottoms still on the bottom. So this is like next level business casual, lol. Yeah, I think I'm hilarious, but I'm not. I'm really nervous for this one. I don't know why. I know I'm as prepared for the other ones, but yeah, I'm literally about to log into the Zoom call. So deep breaths. Yeah, I will see you when it's all done, guys. Here we go again. The interview is all done. I'm actually really happy with how that one went. I mean, I think I might have said that after all my interviews, but I am happy with how that went. And even at the end, they even gave me some feedback like straight away, which was absolutely brilliant. Like, that is exactly what I needed right now. Oh, yeah, I'm really happy with that. So for that school as well, that interview was just like a shortlisting process. If I'm shortlisted, I will be invited to go to the school to do a COVID test and teach a socially distant lesson and have another sort of interview. So yeah, that was really good, and I'm so grateful for the feedback that they've just given me. It was all positive. They were saying that they really, like, my passion for my teaching really came through, and that it was really very real and believable, and that I was able to bring in examples from things that I've done so far that really contributed to some of my brilliant answers. So that was really nice. And then they also said that they really liked the way that I was honest and open about the mistakes that I've made in the past, and that they've had lots of teachers that have interviewed and that just don't want to talk about their mistakes, and that they really enjoyed that. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to class now because it's well booked day, and we're gonna do some cooking this afternoon, and I will try and remember all the questions they asked and go through them a bit later. So I'll see you then. Hey, so I'm back home, obviously. I've had a think about the questions that they asked. Lots of them were like similar to like the general questions which you'll find in my NQT video vlog, and a few of them were similar to the questions that I mentioned earlier in this video, but some different ones that came up were what qualities do I think a student would look for in their teacher? I thought that was a really good question. Like, how interesting is that? I said about how they'd like a teacher that has the ability to make those connections with them and like develop that relationship, so that they can like go to them and talk to them, not just about academic things but about anything. I spoke about the teacher being engaging and being fun, having good communication skills so they can explain things, and just generally like having a lot of time for their students. They asked about how I push students in my class, what a lesson of mine would look like, a lesson that went badly that I've taken, and what my approach to behaviour management is in the classroom. Yeah, I'm very happy with how that interview went, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm still waiting to hear back from them on Tuesday, and obviously still waiting to hear back from them about whether I'd be shortlisted to go for, to give the lesson at the school to be observed, and for like another interview with them. So I look forward to hearing back from them. Top tip from me is always to ask when they're going to get back to you, because I know I'm going to be frantically checking my emails for the next like however long, waiting for their responses. So yeah, also, you know, just make sure that you're trying to convey your passion through online interviews. I find it really difficult because when you're in person you can bounce off that person, and it's not as easy with an online interview, but it is possible. So yeah, fingers crossed for those, and yeah, I hope you get jobs soon. If you like this video and you want to see more about my journey to becoming a teacher, then you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MissGreenTeach. I post daily updates on there, so yeah, come and join me and see what I'm up to. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.